as they go up against the San Antonio Spurs. The quest for the best in the West continues. Coming up next.
It's the Western Conference Finals. The battle now goes to Game 2. Thank you for joining us for this playoff edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Memphis Grizzlies here in FedEx Forum. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter David Aldridge on the sideline. And the starting group for the Spurs. George is out there at court right. And it's Miller, and it's Hendricks in at the 4. And for Memphis, they've got Takoto. Fleming is out there with Oberto. And it's Batista in at the point guard. So Memphis will get the first possession. You look at the Grizzlies. After losing game 1 here on their home court, Greg, I sense an air of desperation.
No doubt. You have to treat this like a game 7. You can't afford to head out on the road down 2-0. Early as it may be, they already find themselves in a must-win situation.
So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. Miller finds Joseph. Shot clock at 6. Got a hand on it. Here's Fleming. No good with the layup.
The defense does just enough to alter that shot.
Cartwright with it. Right side, Joseph. Had the space there, but it's offline.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
Here's Takoto. Up and in on the layup.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Cartwright up top. Pass to Hendricks. Outside Miller. And George now top of the key. Shoots. It's hauled in by Oberto.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't. Started this game strong offensively. 3 out of their first 4 attempts.
Pass to Hendricks. Miller right side. And here is Joseph. San Antonio again missing.
Yeah, a bit of a slow start here. They're 0 for 4 to begin the game.
Pass to Hall. 3-pointer. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And Coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
Yeah, you have to take a timeout in a situation like this. Stop the bleeding a bit and regroup.
It's that time of the game, everybody. Come on and give a round of applause for your Grizzlies Lakers.
Lights out checked in for Memphis. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Ewing's checked in. And here's George. Outside, Joseph. They set the pick. They can't stop the run with that one.
You can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
They get a hand on it. Here's Fleming. Defended by George. Off on the layup. Over to the wing. Here's Joseph. It's rebounded by Memphis.
Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
First personal foul. First team foul.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws here tonight.
For two, Paul.
And he makes the first. And Memphis making a change here. Anderson's checked in. Parks, he's checked in for San Antonio. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Outside, Joseph. Pass to Hendricks. Now here's Anderson. D right on him. Here's Takoto. Hall passes to Anderson. Clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And another miss by Memphis.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Parks passes to Miller. Over to the left wing. They set the pick. Here's Hendricks. And that one's on target from the wing.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Yeah, and sometimes that's just how it goes. But also, we got to give credit to the defense. They're not making it easy out there.
To the wing right side. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Lundberg. And again, Memphis no good. Here's Hendricks. Here's Parks. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Glad to have you with us as we get going here in Game 2. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
Lights out there with George. And there's Anderson. Then it's Fleming. And it's Payne at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Memphis leading by 8. Here's Fleming. To the inside. Lundberg. Ortiz grabs the miss.
You gotta finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
George passes to Parks. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Ewing kicks to George. No good from outside. And so George will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. There's the drive. It's rebounded by Memphis. They come off the loss on Friday.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far between.
Yeah, they had a hard time getting the looks they wanted on offense, and it's hard to get a win when that's important.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Some changes here for the Spurs. Hendricks is checked in, and Cartwright subbed in for Parks. Spurs trail by 10. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. George looking around. Ewing sets a screen for George. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Knocks it loose. Here's Fleming. Goes back up. The rebound by Cartwright.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help him be a little bit more selective tonight.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. Pass to Batista. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Grizzlies.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
And the shot goes in.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Now, here is George. Still without a basket.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
6 on the shot clock. Takes a shot at the elbow. It's rebounded by Memphis. Dakota's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Fleming. San Antonio with the rebound.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
On the wing, George. That doesn't go either for George.
Well, this has been a frustrating night for him. Still without any points.
Here's Batista. Offensive rebound. He gets that one. Jagoto's got his second basket of the night.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Please give a big round of applause for your Grizzlies champion.
For the Spurs. Joseph comes in for Dracula. Let's take this chance now to show you the list of the postseason scoring leaders. We've got 1:13 left in the first half. Cartwright. Nothing on the board. That one a little long.
Well, he's got the green light in that situation. They want him taking that shot, even if he didn't get it to go.
Batista passes to Hall. And the three off target.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Hendricks can't get it to go.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Fleming the pass to Hall. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Off target with his three.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
Outside, George over Alberto. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Here's Hall. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Hey everybody, a large Game 1 deficit for the San Antonio Spurs.
Poor communication right now. They've been out of sync offensively, and you can feel the frustration building.
Man, they've been taking some wacky shots out there, looking like Ernie out there.
Hey, easy. I got a J. Looking at this series for the Memphis Grizzlies. As they look to get back into the series, this first half, a strong step in that direction.
You ever heard the phrase, no biscuits, no syrup? Similar to no retreat, no surrender. I like how they're remaining competitive.
Man, I'm getting hungry, but staying after it, continuing to play their game, that's all you can ask them.
No biscuits, no syrup?
Yeah, I've heard that a lot growing up.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
As we return to the action of the Western Conference Final. Spurs trail by 16. On the court right now for the Spurs. Cartwright is out there with George. Then it's Miller, and it's Joseph in at the 3 spot. The shot by George, no good.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. The Grizzlies have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And he makes both free throws. Cartwright with it. Scoreless thus far. Outside, George. Now, here's Joseph. Fires for 3. Traps in the tray.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Memphis leading by 15. Here's Fleming. Over George. A shot by Fleming, no good. About 1 minute played here in the second half.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clear.
The Spurs shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
At the line for 2.
First free throw is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Here's Batista. Hendricks pulls it in. Spurs trail by 13. Pass to Cartwright. Now here's Joseph. Ripped away. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Hall. Misses in close.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
Spurs passing it around. It's George on the wing. Hasn't made one yet. Just 5 on the clock. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Well, he hasn't made a shot, and his team is losing. Time to find another solution.
Fleming the pass to Big Cat. Pass to Batista. Here's the teardrop. San Antonio with the rebound.
Well, I'm sure this wasn't what they planned coming out of the locker room. They need to calm down and regroup.
Here's Miller. Outside, George fires the three, and Takoto pulls it down. Takoto's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Batista passes to Hall. Here's Takoto. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Takoto's got 7 points.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
You see yourself on the screen, and you show us your best move. Let's go!
Checked in for the Grizzlies. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Ewing's checked in for Cartwright. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. George dishes to Joseph. 6 to shoot. Fires top of the key. And he hits the jumper for 2. Joseph's got his second bucket tonight. Memphis leading by 14. Pass to Oberto. Here's Takoto, covered by Miller. Here's Fleming, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, yeah, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. Outside, George. Here's Hendricks. Outside, George. Left side, Joseph. From the wing. And Takoto pulls it down. Takoto's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Fleming the pass to Hall. Offensive rebound. Banked in off the glass. And the Grizzlies lead by 18.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
San Antonio calls timeout.
It's that time, Grizzlies fans. Here comes your Grizzlies.
Payne, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Anderson comes in for Oberto. Spurs trail by 18. 46 seconds left here in the third quarter. Joseph up top. That's good, and Ewing with the assist. And it's 7 points for Joseph.
What a difference a half can make. As much as he struggled in the first 2 quarters, he certainly made up for it with his play in the second half. Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
Pass to the monster. And here's Ewing. Payne covering. Outside for George. Here's Cherokee Parks. And good. That's a friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Parks has got his second bucket of the game to go. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Grizzlies lead by 14. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. You've got lights out. Dakota is out there with Payne. Then there's Anderson. And it's Batista in at the point. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. There's Batista. Pass to Lundberg. Memphis moving it around. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Anderson from the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. Anderson's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Memphis. Spurs trail by 17. And here is Cartwright. Now Dracos. Pass to Parks. Now Ewing. It's deflected.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Here's Lundberg. The monster with the rebound.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And Ewing slams it in.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Now here's Anderson. Payne with a screen for Anderson. Over Parks. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. And the Grizzlies lead by 17.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, this is how you shut the door, right? You keep making good shots and you build the lead.
Dracos with it. Payne covering.
And hustle like that is why he leads his team in rebounds tonight.
Double digits for him on the glass. He's getting it done.
Anderson dishes to Payne. Back to Anderson. Takes a three. No good. Spurs trail by 17. Out to the wing. Pass to Cartwright. Here's Hendricks. Dracos with it. Lock at 6. And oh, the block shot grabs it out of the air. Batista passes to Big Cat. Down low. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Memphis.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
Another thing they're doing well tonight is getting steals, and that can be attributed to their tenacious style defensively.
And the Spurs with some changes. Joseph, he's checked in for Dracos. And George is subbed in for Parks. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Pass to Joseph. Outside, George. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Jacoto's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeded. Here's Fleming. Rebounded by the Spurs. Hendricks has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Joseph, the pass to Carter. San Antonio again missing. Memphis leading by 19 points. Pass to Batista. Here's Oberto. Launches it. Paul, that's good.
He's cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
So it's San Antonio now, after Memphis gets the 3. Outside Joseph. San Antonio again missing. Memphis has gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far.
And that's just about going to wrap it up for game number 2. Lots of exciting moments out there. Big-time NBA play, and in the end, victory for Memphis.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
Well, they need to win badly here tonight, and they're going to get it. This series is going to be even at 1 game apiece.
And we have quite the conference finals on our hands here, guys. You knew coming in that this had the potential to be a terrific series, and it sure looks like that's going to be the case.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Big Cat.
Well, the defense he played is what jumps out to me. Did a fantastic job to bother shooters, and he's got the blocks to show for it.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Yep, that one goes. Here's Batista. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. Just a massive victory, Greg. Maybe it's overstating it, but I think this was a game they needed to have.
And I don't think it's overstated. I agree. I mean, going down 2-0 would have given this team a huge hill to climb. But now at 1 game apiece and with some momentum, this is anybody's series.
That concludes this broadcast of the Western Conference Finals. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, we present the player of the game, Big Cat.